Thanks for joining me again here at the Viper's Pit. Today we're going to be discussing two of the newest reinforcements just released this patch. They're going to be the ISB Agent Infiltrator and the Ewok Hunter Infiltrator. We will begin with the Ewok Hunter. As usual, we will begin with the abilities, moving to primary weapon, and finishing with their cards. The Ewok Hunter is a tiny yet cunning little bundle of fur that hunts its prey with bows, spears, and whisties. So, without any further delay, we begin with the Ewok Hunter. First, the abilities. First, we'll begin with the passive ability, Out of Sight. When staying crouched, the Ewok Hunter gains faster recharge speed and abilities. That's pretty self-explanatory. We'll move on to the active abilities now. And they are the Whistie's Pouch. The Ewok throws a pouch of Whistie's hailing from the Forest Mood of Endor. These fierce fire sprites will disrupt and burn nearby enemies. This is an area of effect ability, meaning it will attack more than one player at a time. The next one is Hunter's Instinct. The Ewok draws upon their natural instincts, allowing them to uncover and single out weakened enemies. This is a helpful addition as it shows which enemies to go for first. Now let's move on to the last but not least, Valiant Horn. The Ewok blows into a traditional horn that inspires him, giving him damage, resistance, and improving his attacks for a short time. Now let's move along to the primary weapon. The Ewok Hunter's primary weapon is a bow and arrow. Make sure you charge this bow and arrow shot before shooting it, as just pulling the trigger won't do a great deal of damage, guys. You charge the bow shot by simply holding down the attack button, and then when it's fully charged, you release. Pretty simple. Now we'll be moving on to the cards I recommend. Keeping in mind, guys, these are the cards I recommend. I'm sure people will agree or disagree, but this is just the ones I recommend. The first card I recommend is Desperation. It reduces the ability recharge times by 14% when fully upgraded when damage is dealt to you. The next card we will be discussing is Evasion. You have a +1 evade, and when fully upgraded, your recharge time is only 3 seconds for evade. The last card will be Stalker. Regain health when defeating an enemy you have revealed with your scanning ability. This card, when fully upgraded, gives you 55 health for every kill. My honest opinion on this little furball is that I enjoyed playing him thoroughly. I didn't expect to, but I did. Now, we'll be moving on to the ISB Agent. The ISB Agent. The newest infiltrator for the Galactic Empire is the ISB Agent. Its description is as follows. Skilled in intelligence gathering and close combat, the Imperial Security Bureau agents work tirelessly to root out enemies of the Empire. First, we will be beginning with the abilities, starting with the passive ability, and that is close combat. When using melee strikes to defeat an enemy, the ISB agent replenishes a portion of her base health. Now let's move on to the active abilities. Assault training. The ISB agent increases her sprint speed and gains damage reduction while sprinting. Imperial Intel. Scan the area to reveal the 4 closest enemies The number of enemies you can reveal is increased by defeating enemies. Double your effort. The ISB agent empowers nearby allies and regenerating their base health. She will also receive this buff when it applies on at least one ally. Now let's move on to primary weapon. She dual wields blasters. Holding the left trigger will charge up a deadly bolt. Releasing it will fire the bolt. When you're just wanting to use the blasters, just pull the right trigger and there you go. But remember, you got to charge up the left trigger for Xbox and PlayStation. I'm sorry guys, I don't know computer. Now, releasing, of course, once you release the left trigger, it will fire. Just regular firing your blasters will be the right trigger. Alright, now let's move on to the star cards. I recommend the same ones as the Ewok Hunter with the exception of evasion, and I recommend that you use interrogation as opposed to that one. The ISB's melee strikes will finish a portion of her health, so you'll be revealing enemies as you regain health, allowing you the upper hand. And that covers the Ewok Hunter and the ISB agent. But really quick before I go, I want to thank all of you who subscribed and watched the videos. If you're new, like the video. If you like it, feel free to subscribe, and don't forget to hit the icon bell. The bell to make sure you're notified when I upload new videos. Remember, you guys are already pros. You just have to put in the effort. I believe in each and every one of you. Thanks again for joining me here at the Viper's Pit. And we'll see you in the next video. Remember guys, you got this. We'll see you in the next one here at the Viper's Pit.